Hello, hello, everyone. It is your favorite girl, Miss Melody. You guys know, author, strategist, the resource chick, and your accountability partner. So I usually go live on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock, but today was just a day and I was going to pre record this. But you guys, please, please, please still comment. I will see the comments. Anything that I want to share with you guys, I will put below. But let's get started. Okay, so I was kind of toggling between two subjects for today, but the one that I really, really, really wanted to talk about is holiday burnout and boundaries. Yes, holiday burnout and boundaries. So let's talk about it. I'm sure the last month has been challenging. You've been writing your list of things that you need to purchase. You've been checking your list off. If you're having dinner over at your house, you're probably, or going to dinner, you have things that you have to purchase or take. You're just, taking on these things. Mind you, while you're still doing those things, you still have to ensure that you are still going to work. If you're in school, well, it's winter break, so you shouldn't be taking any classes right now. Making sure them damn kids good. All the things that we already have on our plate. And then the holiday comes, and then we add on a good chunk of things that are to-dos that we have to get done. And you're tired. You're burnt out. You don't really want to do it, but you feel pressured to. Take that feeling and multiply it times 1,000. That was the feeling that I had when it came to baking and having my business. Now, disclaimer, I'm not at all saying that I did not enjoy my 10-year run of Melody Cakery, because I totally loved it. Baking is my life. Baking is my first love. So I absolutely enjoyed it. But everything that I just stated, the burnout, the to-do list, the pressure, those are all things that I felt within my business. Oh, and let's not forget the money. Oh, that's a trigger word for me. Down below, tell me what those things, out of the things that we just discussed, tell me what things trigger you. Now, I say that because I had Cakey Day yesterday. First off, big shout out to all of my Cakey crew that purchased cupcakes yesterday. It was wonderful. It was great. First off, it was great seeing my customers, we become family. And, we catch up in the time that we were there. And, the one thing comes up is, why did you stop baking? And it's a valid question. I don't get upset when people ask me that. I think it's a valid question because no one really knew. I just went from baking to I'm retiring. And I said that probably 4 or 5 times. I've been retiring for like the last 2 years. But this is a space. This is an honest space, right? I can be honest with you guys, right? Again, I'm third generational baker. I've had my business for 10 years. But the last 3-4 years were hard. There was pressure to continue a business that wasn't sustainable any longer. The PPP money ran out, the unemployment money ran out, the economy was tanking. And me trying to hold on to my business was taking such a toll on me. It was a toll on me financially. I struggled financially. My mental state was off because I didn't want to seem like I was letting anyone down. Again, going back to what we just discussed about holiday burnout, I didn't want to let anyone down. I had to show up. And as I was doing all these things for everyone else, I wasn't showing up for myself. I was burning myself out. So this is why I use, the holiday burnout to me having Melody Cakery. I was exhausted. My ecosystem was inflamed. I didn't even look like myself. I had bouts of being sick because I wasn't taking care of myself. I would spend 15, 17 hours on my feet. It was taxing. So I didn't get into all the details when I spoke to my clients, but my customers. But this is an open forum. I like to be open with you guys. I like to be open. And this is honesty. We put ourselves in situations where we burn out. We start to hate the thing that we loved. I started to get that way, feel that way. Although I had baked for so long and loved it, I started to hate it. And it was because it was entirely too taxing on me. I had felt the pressure to continue something that had told I couldn't do it anymore. So I use those examples because this is, I'm bringing you guys into my world, and I'm also tapping into your world of the holiday season and how we burn ourselves out, how we overgive when we don't have. And it may not even be a financial overgive. It's a mental, it's a physical. You're doing too much. My body was telling me I was doing too much. And it came a time where I couldn't do it. So the last couple of years, like I said, I was definitely retiring 4 and 5 times throughout the time, but it was time to close up shop and dissolve my business. It was hard. And doing Cakey Day allowed for me to get that warm and fuzzy feeling again that I had. I remember, having my first, I had my first event where I was debuting my business to the world. And it took me back to that nostalgia feeling that I was having then. And I'll always have a love for baking, but you have to know when to pivot. You have to know when your body is telling you that it's no more, it's too much. So I say all that to say this is the same feeling for the holiday season. We, not to say go broke, but we spend money we don't have. I did that with my business. I had to pour so much money in because I wasn't getting the clients anymore. I wasn't getting the customers anymore. So I say all that to say what? Here it is, holiday season. And guess what? You guys are doing the goddamn same thing I've been doing for a couple of years. Okay? Let's just call it what it is. Overspending, over budgeting, no boundaries, can't say no. You don't want to go to your auntie house because you don't like your cousins, but you still feel like you want to go. You and your aunt had a falling out. She still owe you money from the last Christmas and she never gave it back. These are the things that we deal with, right? But we're not listening to ourselves. We have to learn to set boundaries. And not only boundaries for people, places, and things, because boundaries are set all throughout that. We also have to set boundaries and intentions for ourselves. You have to start listening to your body. You have to start listening to the things that your body's going to tell you and learn how to pivot and make those decisions. Because guess what? That job will be there. Them kids going to be fine come 2026 if they don't get everything they want. Now, you may still fall out with your auntie. That may still be something, especially if it's money related. But the overall that I'm getting, the reason of we're having this conversation is we have to stop allowing for holiday burnout or even things that we do in our lives that are burning us out to continue. You're no good if you're not taking care of yourself. You're not any good if you don't set boundaries in areas that you know that you need boundaries set. And this is why we're having this conversation. We're going into 2020, 26. Can you believe it? It doesn't even sound right saying it. Like 2026. We can't continue to do these same things that we've been doing in 2025. It's time to start setting the boundaries. It's time to say, listen, this is what we're going to do for the holidays. And you stick to that. That's it. If you're only going to, make food enough for this amount, that's fine. If you don't want to do the holiday at your house, that's fine too. Why are we still worrying about what everybody else thinks? And listen, I'm in the same boat as you guys. I was so worried that people would look at me as a failure because I couldn't run my business anymore. Do I look like I failed? Those are things that I thought about when it came to my business and continuing. But I had to make that conscious effort for myself and my own ecosystem that this could not continue. I could still love baking and not bake and not have my business. It's okay. It's okay. And you can still have a great time for the holiday and not spend every dollar in your bank account. I promise you, the world will continue. So today, as you're listening to this message, we want to move with intention. We want to break some of those habits that we have that we've gotten used to. We have to move with intention for ourselves, not for everyone else. Again, and I am going to keep saying this, 2026 is going to be the year that you thrive if you've done the work. If you have decided that you're not moving for everyone else, that you're not making decisions based on everyone else, that you're making decisions based upon you. And if you're, let's even put family, your immediate family, that's fine too. But they also have to have boundaries. Don't let your kids swindle you. You know, these kids will get over on us. Hear me, listen, I've been there. Although my child is grown, I still know how that all goes. Okay? So I challenge everyone, although we make New Year's resolutions, if you would like to do that, that's fine. I challenge you to set those boundaries for yourself. Set the boundaries for people, places, and things. Set those too. And stick to them. Stick to your boundaries. That doesn't change the love. Just as like I was speaking about my business. It doesn't change my love for baking. It doesn't. It just sets the boundary. So the good news is this. 2026, I will absolutely do Cakey Day for you guys with boundaries, within reason. Okay. So I want you guys to listen. 2026 is going to be a great year. I'm claiming it for you guys. I want you guys to claim it for me. Great things are going to happen, and you guys are going to get Cakey Day. Okay. Within reason. Don't start hitting me up now like, oh, well, I already got my money. Don't. I'll give you a month's time to get everything together when you're in so that you guys can get your cupcakes. Okay. But I would like to say, having that conversation, and thank you guys, my Cakey crew, for having that conversation. Because sometimes you need to have a conversation to get some understanding, right? Conversations are good. And throughout that conversation, we were able to come to a happy medium. The happy medium is we're going to do Cakey Day in 2026. Now, if you guys are looking to get custom orders, you need cakes, cupcakes for scheduled days that you're having an event, birthdays, all of that. I have a gentleman, his name is Gino. He is an amazing cake baker in Baltimore. So I'm going to put his information below and you guys can reach out to him for any of your custom cake needs. But again, thank you guys for all of the support that you guys have given me. Excuse me. 2026 is going to be amazing. Look out for information for Cakey Day. Enjoy your holiday, and we will talk soon.